2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our feature group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player is looking to beat Lydia Ko, which, let's be honest, will take all their skill and poise.
Oh, absolutely. This will be a certain KO for this player. I can't imagine that Lydia's going to let anybody beat her. When we talk about young phenoms, Lydia comes to mind. She's got it all.
Ding, ding, ring that bell. Let the bout begin.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
And take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
A birdie putt awaits. And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. This for back-to-back birdies.
Be the ball, Danny. No. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
They're in the bunker. Looking for an up and down here. Oh, you've made it. What a play. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number 1. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
There have been a lot of players that have come out, and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with a final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and is just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
Getting ready to play their third. Now a 3-shot lead over the field.
Nicely done.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
Well, she's just one back from that leading spot. Can she take it?
Looking really good.
That's frustrating. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Just 3 feet to the cup. Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
Fantastic start right out of the gates.
Now 5 shots up after that hole. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it. Pretty good shot there.
Well, I like the way this person's playing. Birdies all over that scorecard.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
This one might need to sit.
Ooh.
Well, you've got to give some credit there. That was the right club and the right line. Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa from moments ago.
This is his 3rd.
That's nicely judged, that shot. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Ooh, nice line. Well, that'll play.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Our leader is currently enjoying an 8-shot advantage. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Quality shot, that one. Rich, I love being back at Bay Hill every time because you get to honour the absolute legend of our game, the King, Arnold Palmer. There's just an air of something extra special this week, isn't there?
When you step on the property here at Bay Hill, you know you're in the presence of something special. Arnold Palmer's legacy was really built here, wasn't it? Granted, he absolutely brought everything he had to the PGA Tour, but when you come to Bay Hill and you have all the monuments, especially the statue right there to the right behind number 1 and number 10 tee boxes, you just get a chill down your spine like, man, this is some kind of awesome place. I cannot wait to tee it up here. And saying that, Mr. Palmer did not leave a golf course. That's very easy for these players. But listen, they come back here every year knowing that they need and they want to honor the gentleman who helped form the legacy of the PGA Tour, and that's why they're out here playing for all the money.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Well, the leader is really starting to gap the field now. They're 10 strokes ahead. Well, our leader has already bolted, currently way out in front of the pack. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
That should set up another chance. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Oh, just missed. A par putt on the table. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
She's got to be careful this doesn't run away from her here. It's downhill.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Oh, lovely roll. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots.
The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Great shot. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 155.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This should play.
What a skillful approach shot. This player not holding back in their rivalry with Lydia Ko.
This putt is for a share of second.
Oh, you like me and thought that had a chance? And back to the play, shall we? Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 6 under. And with that hole behind us, they're currently in the lead with Tiger Woods in second place. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
Outstanding shot, high quality.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
Nice line. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And that will take him to 8 under. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Wonderfully played. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 145 yards. Launched that one into space. Wow.
Great looking shot this. Magical shot.
Oh, you love to see those shots land. What a play.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Rich, we saw it right throughout Tiger Woods' career, just epic shot after epic shot. What was the best shot you ever saw Tiger hit?
We were playing in 2002 in the Grand Slam of Golf over in Hawaii. Justin Leonard, Davis Love, Tiger, and myself. And we, on the second day, winds blowing at a pretty good clip on the par 5. I think it was number 7. And you had to bust 2 shots to get there. Nobody, I mean, it was nearly impossible. And in fact, it was impossible with 3 out of the 4 of us to get it home in 2. Well, Tiger gets up there on this par 5 the second day, and he's already leading by like 800, I think. And he drills one right down the middle. I lay up with a 3-wood. That's how hard it's blowing. I lay up with a 3-wood to about 70, 80 yards. And this little green is a little peninsula. It kind of goes from left to right, a little bit of a fade if you're a right-handed player, with water on the front part of the green, and the pins it over in the back right. And he gets up there and smokes driver off the deck into about a 25-mile-an-hour wind to about 6 feet away. And I look over at my caddy and I go, is this for real? I mean, are you sure that we're not in a video game right now? Because that's just not possible. I mean, it literally, the second shot off the deck with the driver was hit about forehead high and traveled about 270 into the wind. And the ball just kind of hung there, seemingly just about 20 feet off the ground, just hung there and kept hanging, kept hanging, kept hanging, and fell right exactly where he wanted it to. It was unbelievable. And at that moment in time, you kind of sit there and look at yourself on the inside and you go, whew, I don't have that shot, and I don't even know how to make up for a shot like that I don't have. You just knew that you're just kind of sitting there watching something that nobody else in the game can do. It's phenomenal.
Well, that's well judged. Hole high, right inside the range. Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Oh, that's a ripper. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Yeah, good safe shot, this one. That should find the surface. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
Beautiful shot.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that. Straight in the hole.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
That did everything but drop. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Lovely effort, that. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Going with the 6-iron here. That should find the surface. That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie. Trying to move to 13 deep here with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
That was a gallant attempt. And down it goes. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Well, I like the look of the line here. They should find the fairway.
And back to the course with the live action. Rich, good chance to get at this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
Here's a good chance to move to 14 under with this putt. That wasn't your best effort, was it?
What's in front of them, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
It's tracking. That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Well, this would be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Okay, let's head to the next.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
They've decided to club up.
Ah, yes. That was bang on target. Oh, stop it. What a shot. This one's for birdie.
And that will do it for this player today.
Well, how good's that golf? All day just looked in complete command of their game.
They're ahead of a host of players going into this final round. I'm hoping that this player gets a good night's sleep because this is going to be a pressure-packed final day.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.